Level 1, the curious child. You watch the gray clouds gather over the rural Utah landscape today. Now, a quiet feeling grows within you as you observe the slow creek water. Your family lives off the grid, away from the busy modern world. Out, you handle the cold metal of a hunting knife with your small fingers. The sound of dry leaves crunching under your boots is your only friend. You watch the farm animals breathe and move in their wooden pens there. A silent detachment forms while you look at the distant mountains in silence. You learn to hide your true thoughts behind a neutral and blank face. The weight of the heavy axe feels balanced in your young steady hands. You notice how the physical world responds to your direct and careful touch. Other children seem loud and predictable in their simple games on the grass. You prefer the stillness of the deep woods, where no one can see. A desire for complete control begins to take root in your quiet mind. The ritual of the hunt provides a rhythm that you alone truly understand. A dark curiosity about the mechanics of life starts to consume you now. Level 2, the isolated teenager. The army uniform fits tight across your shoulders in the morning sun rays. You march with precision while the dust rises around your heavy black boots. The structure of the military provides a cover for your internal cold world. You fire the rifle and feel the kickback against your steady right shoulder. The target is a simple cardboard shape that you destroy with perfect aim. You watch the other soldiers talk, but you never share your private thoughts. A map of the country becomes a grid for your future careful plans. You feel the rough texture of the gear in your strong calloused hands. The distance from the base to the woods is exactly 3 miles north. You observe how people trust a man in a clean and pressed uniform. Your heart rate remains low while you perform the most difficult training tasks. You start to collect small items that no one will ever miss now. The feeling of being invisible in a crowd gives you a new power. You plan your movements with the logic of a machine in the dark. The urge to test your skills on a real subject grows every day. Level 3, the student of death. You read manuals on forensics and police tactics. In the dim basement light, the smell of old paper and dust fills your nose. During long nights, you study the mistakes of others to ensure your own total operational safety. The physical sensation of digging in the dirt feels productive and very calm. You learn to monitor the police scanners for patterns of local patrol cars. The sound of white noise from the radio is a comfort too. You practice tying knots with a thick nylon rope for many hours alone. The texture of the plastic buckets you buy is smooth and very cold. You calculate the time it takes for a body to disappear in lime. Your basement is a workshop where you prepare your specialized kill kits. Now, you store the items in waterproof containers and seal them with thick tape. The weight of the shovel in your trunk is a secret you keep. You drive to remote locations and map the terrain with a GPS device. The line between your normal life and your secret work is now thin. You are ready to bury your first kit in the dark, damp earth. Level 4, the stalker. You travel across state lines to find a location you have never seen. The anonymity of a rental car provides a shield for your quiet movements. You watch a remote trailhead from behind the thick and dark trees. The distance to the nearest house is over 5,000 feet from here. You observe the couple walking toward their car in the late evening light. Your breathing is slow and rhythmic as you check tools in your pockets. The cool night air carries the scent of pine and wet forest soil. You follow them at a distance, making no sound on the soft ground. The weight of the zip ties in your jacket is a comforting presence. You visualize the exact moment when you will make your first bold move. Their laughter echoes through the trees, but they do not hear your steps. You have studied their routine for 2 days from the shadows of bushes. The feeling of being a hunter is a quiet rush of pure blood. You check your watch and note, it is exactly 11 now. The opportunity is perfect and you prepare to step into the white light. Level 5, the novice killer. The handle of the weapon is cold against your palm. As you wait, resistance is a physical sensation that you overcome with your brute manual strength. You feel the heat of their breath against your skin for A moment, the sound of the struggle is muffled by the heavy and dark night. You count the seconds as the movements become slow and then stop entirely. The smell of copper and salt fills the small space around your body, your muscles burn from the exertion of the act. In the quiet woods, you move the weight toward the hole you dug 3 months ago today. The dirt falls onto the plastic wrap with a dull and heavy thud. You feel a sense of completion as the ground becomes flat and level. Your hands do not shake as you clean the tools with careful precision. The drive away is peaceful while you listen to a soft rock station. You stop at a gas station and buy a bottle of cold water. The reflection in the mirror shows a man who looks completely normal now. You have crossed the line and the hunger is finally satisfied for now. Level 6, the predator. You establish a successful construction business to fund your secret long-distance travels. The cash you earn is never tracked by the banks or the government. You fly to one city and drive 1,000 miles to another state. The kill kits are waiting for you in the earth of different regions. You dig up a bucket in Vermont while the moon is high above. The items inside are dry and ready for your next planned ritual act. You select a small coffee stand in a quiet part of the town. The girl inside is alone and the window is open for your reach. You feel the rough wood of the counter under your gloved left hand. The plan moves forward with the efficiency of a well-oiled metal machine. You use her own phone to send a message to her worried family. The logic of your crime is built on the absence of any motive. You watch the news but they have no idea who is responsible now. The distance between the events makes a pattern impossible for them to see. You are a ghost moving through the heart of the vast American landscape. Level 7, the collector. You keep the Polaroid photos in a hidden box beneath your floorboards. The images are a record of your power over the weekend. Dying, you revisit the scenes of your crimes in your detailed and cold mind. The weight of the trophies you took is a heavy and secret burden. You study the faces in the missing person posters with a quiet smile. The media calls you a mystery, but you are just a careful man. You feel the texture of the debit card you took from the girl. The PIN code is written on a small piece of paper in your pocket. You use the card in a different state to confuse the digital trail. The thrill of the theft is a secondary rush to your main work. You watch the balance on the screen go down with every single withdrawal. Your collection of secrets grows larger with every year that passes by. Now, the world is a playground where you set the rules for the game. You feel a sense of ownership over the lives you have ended today. One single slip will change everything, but you feel very safe and strong. Level 8, the media phantom. The news reports start to link the cases together. In a vague way, you sit in your living room and watch the screen with total calm. The FBI creates a profile that does not look like you at all. You laugh at their theories about your age and your social background. Now, the cooling off period is a choice that you make with great discipline. You focus on your daughter and your wife like a normal loving man. The duality of your life is a masterpiece of perfect and calculated acting. You feel the warmth of the sun while you play in the park. The secret in your chest is a cold stone that never melts away. You plan a trip to a new territory where the kits are buried. The air in Alaska is sharp and bites at your exposed red face. You drive through the snow while the heater hums a low steady tune. The police are looking for a local man with a dark history out. You are a stranger in a rental car with a plan for tonight. One small mistake in a parking lot is the start of the end. Level 9, the cross-country killer. The flashing blue lights appear in your rear view mirror on the highway. You pull over and wait for the officer to approach your driver's side. The smell of the rental car is clean and hides your inner dread. He asks for your license and you give it with a steady hand. The search of the vehicle reveals the items you could not hide fast. You feel the cold steel of the handcuffs for the very first time. The transition from free man to prisoner is a sudden and sharp shock. You sit in the back of the patrol car and watch the road. The investigators arrive and start to ask about the missing Texas girl. Now, you realize that the digital trail of the debit card was your error. The weight of the evidence is building like a wall around your body. You offer to talk, but only if they give you a special deal. The interrogation room is small and the air is very still and dry. You start to tell the stories of the kids buried in the dirt. The scale of your work is revealed to the shocked and quiet world. Level 10, the untouchable. You sit in the prison cell and write a long letter to her. The walls are gray and the light is always on above your head. You feel the scratch of the pen against the thin white paper. Today, the guards watch you through the small window in the heavy steel door. You have a secret plan that you do not share with the lawyers. The sound of the lock turning is the rhythm of your new life. You hide a small piece of metal under the mattress of your bed. The sensation of the sharp edge against your skin is a final control. You do not want the state to decide how your story will end. The silence of the night is a blanket that covers your final thoughts. You feel the blood leave your body as the room becomes very dark. The pain is a physical fact that you accept with a quiet mind. You are finally untouchable because they can no longer reach your cold soul. The news will report your death, but they will never find every kit. The mystery of your work remains buried in the earth of many states.
You just watched someone lose everything they were. But there's a subject whose story starts even darker. No childhood, no normal, just the pattern. Watch what that looks like.